Hello there everyone. Today I want to show you how to make this strawberry Kumihimo braid. And this is it. So you just basically have loads of little strawberries on a round Kumihimo braid. So if you want to learn how to make that, then stay tuned. And here are the things that you're going to need. For this braid you'll need your round Kumihimo disc, and then you'll obviously need a scissor to cut your cord, and then whatever cord you choose. Now because this is strawberries, I'm obviously going to use a red and a green, but then this is going to be the base colour, or the background colour you could call it. You could obviously choose whatever colour you want for that. So get your things together and then let's get started. Now the first thing you want to do is cut all your cords. So they're all roughly the same length. And there's no specific measurement for this. What I normally do is if I want to make a bracelet, I take one piece of cord, hold it and wrap it around my wrist 3 times. And then that is about the length that I'm going to be using, and I then use that to measure out all my other cords. So you get all your cords ready. What I have is you need 2 of your green cords, and then you need 6 of your red cords, and then 8 of, in my case, the white ones, or the background colour that you choose to use. And then when you cut them all, you put them all to roughly the same length at the end, and then all you do is just tie a simple knot, just to hold the cords together. Now what you want to do is you want to set it up on your disc. So you grab your cords, keep hold of the end with a knot, and you get your disc out, and then what you do is you put your knot through the centre of your disc, and you can always hold it with your fingers at the back while you're setting it up. So this is how you want to set up your disc. You have your 2 green ones up here, and then your red ones spread throughout, and then the rest are filled in with the white. So set up your disc like this, and then I'll show you what to do next. Now you want to start working and actually making the braid. Now a little tip is, because there's quite a few cords on here so it can get a bit confusing, always think of your cords as in the way you set them up as they're in pairs, and you always work with the pairs that are exactly opposite each other. So you start off anywhere on the disc, it doesn't matter. I usually just tend to start at the top. So I grab the first cord, the top, I'm working with the top and the bottom pair to begin with. So I grab the left one from the top pair, bring it down above all the other cords, and I stay on the left side of the bottom pair. And then I grab the right one from the bottom pair and bring it up to the top. Again, over all the cords, but I stay on the right side. And then what you need to do now is turn your disc, because you then need to move on to the next pair. And you do exactly the same thing. Remember to always do the same thing. It doesn't matter if you start with this cord or another cord or anything, as long as you just keep doing the same thing throughout the whole braid, because you need that consistency. So again, I grab the top left one, bring it down, stay on the left side of my bottom pair, and then from the bottom pair on the right side, bring it up and stay on the right side on the top. And again, turn it to the next pair. And you need to turn your disc throughout, because obviously you need to move on to the next pair. It doesn't matter really what way you turn your disc, as long as you make sure to keep turning it the same way, because again, you need that consistency. So you move on. I'm doing the same thing throughout. Turn it for the next pair. Always just go straight to the very next pair. Top left one, down, stay on the left side. Bottom right one, up, stay on the right side. Turn it and continue. Make sure you're always working with the very opposite pairs, so you don't accidentally cross over and use some of the wrong cords or something. And a little tip as well, say if you're doing a braid, once you get going you find the rhythm, it actually starts to go and build up fairly quickly. But if you're in the middle of it and you just need to take a break for some reason, a really good little tip for that, because when they're just like this it can be a little bit, you come back to it, it's like, uh-oh, where do I start now? A little tip for that is my next pair is now this one. What you can do, already now you can see the cords that are on top, you know that was your last pair, but still it can be difficult to know which one to start with. So instead of just stopping like this, I usually take one cord, so you have 3 on one side, and then leave the one on the top, and then you go take a break, do whatever you need to do, and come back to it. Because then you know the next one you need to do is the bottom right one and bring it up. So that can be quite handy in case you need to just take a break for some reason. So you just keep going like this until you reach the length of your bracelet or whatever you're making. So I've now gotten a little bit further along, and my braid is coming out at the back. Now what you'll find is some people like to have a weight attached to the braid so it weighs it down at the back and helps pull it out. I don't tend to do that. I just actually use my hands. I hold my disc like this, and on the back I have the braid in between my fingers like this. And that's just how I help the tension. I keep it tight and pull it a little bit. That's how I tend to do it. But you can do it however you want to. So like I said, I've gotten a bit further along with the braid. And then at the back, you can see loads of little strawberries coming out. So that's how your braid is going to end up. And that's basically all there is to it. You just continue to the length that you want your braid to be, or until you run out of cord. So I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you very much for watching.